Yeah, I can't believe it.
Oh my gosh, he has teeth or something in there.
The lengths I go to do a video. It is so hot. It's hot. But I think I got some good content. Welcome to BTR Outdoors, and on this episode we're going to show you what the Texas drought and maybe some poor planning has done to our local lake. And just a reminder, your discretion is advised, because some of the images are kind of gross. Alright, so let's take a look. As you can see, the lake is down. This is the spillway. Sorry for the sun glare, but it's pretty early in the morning. But yeah, the lake has gone down quite a bit. This is the Lake Wichita Boardwalk. It says it's funded by Texas Park and Wildlife. And this is what they built recently. Kind of a pier going out to the lake. And as you can see, there used to be a old pier that was here many years ago. You can still see the pylons. But this is a little boardwalk or slash dock that they recently put out here. But as you can see, this lake is very shallow, even when it's full. The website states that it's 4.5 foot deep to 9 foot deep at its deepest. I have kayaked all over this lake, and I can pretty much touch with my paddle everywhere I've been. So I'm not quite sure where the 9 foot deep is. You can see some fish habitat, artificial fish habitat. Oh my goodness. I don't know if y'all can see that, but look at all the dead fish. That's a lot right underneath there. If you look right. Thought that was trash at first, but that's fish. I will say it's a nice boardwalk. Only issue I've never had, or the only issue I've had with it is very shallow. It's like 2 foot deep over here when the water was up. But here's some of the old pylons. I don't know if you can see this, but there's some ripples in the water, and that's fish. Probably searching for food or oxygen. State did a test and they said the oxygen level out here is a 3. It's supposed to be a 5, and they're thinking that's why there's so many fish that are dying. And there's thousands of birds that call this place home. It's kind of a pretty unique place for a local town lake to do some fishing, take your family out fishing. It's not very deep. This lake is old. It's filled in over the years, and it just doesn't have no depth to it. Some more of those artificial fish habitat. Right. You can see another snake. There's no depth to this lake. Much more dead fish. My goodness. There's a spillway. Sorry for the glare. One thing I don't like about this boardwalk, fishing wise, is, and I know this was mainly built to just come out here and look at the birds and the water and just for a good overview of the lake, but man, the way they built this, it's really hard to fish. Very hard to fish. Let's take one more look at the old pier. Like I said, back in the day, this lake, in the distance you can see another dock. They built that for the fishermen. And I'll tell you something, that, and even though it's only like 2 foot deep under there, man, they caught a lot of crappie. More ripples, some kind of fish. Alright, let's check out some other spots. Oh, in the distance you can see the man-made hill that the city built. They had plans to put a telescope on top of that, make a walking trail up there, but that's never happened. A lot of athletes use it to run up and down for exercise. Alright, let's keep going. Alright, just a different view of some of the old piers and the boardwalk we walked out on. And another dock that the city built out here for fishermen. And let me tell you, it gets used. When the crappie are biting, this thing gets pretty crowded. And they catch them, and it's so hard to understand because it's only like 2 foot deep underneath that dock. It's probably more shallower than that right now. But I guess the fish have to live somewhere in the shallow lake. Alright, one more look at the smaller dock. Now from the distance you can see some more pylons where there used to be a pier. It's pretty peaceful out here. Alright, this kind of shows you all the fish that they have. Carp, catfish, shad, perch, bass, long-nosed gar. How's it going? And as you can see, this is what used to be out here a long time ago, back in 1901. Let you look at these different pictures. And here's the old pier that we just looked at the pylons. That's what used to be there. As you can see, Lake Wichita has really good trail system. It goes around half the lake and it goes all the way around the city. I think for a total of almost 26 miles. I'm not sure on that, but trails just like this all the way around the city. That's pretty awesome. And trust me, people do take advantage of them. Jogging, walking, riding bicycles. That was probably one of the best ideas the city had for outdoors, is to build this trail. Got surprised by some little ducks hiding in the grass. I didn't even see them. Scared me a little bit. Alright, this is what drought does to a local city lake. Look at all the fish. As far as you can see, most of them look like they are carp. But then you look at this thing, look at a giant catfish. It's huge. But most of them are carp. But what is that? So it has to be a giant catfish. All right, let's go walk down a little bit, see what we can see. And I will let you know, the smell is not very good down here. Just to let you know. It's a pretty good size carp. Of course, there's flies everywhere, and if you look real close, there's maggots crawling all over the floor, or not floor, the ground. First it looked like the ground was moving. This is a larva, maggot larva. It's a lot of catfish, a lot of carp. Ooh. Viewer discretion is advised. Has a mountain of maggots. And look how big some of these carp are. They've been so much fun to catch. Now this lake by no means was a great fishing lake, but it was fun. It was close. It's in the city limits. You could get off work, come down here, catch some catfish, carp, and just have fun. Seen a ton of people bring their kids down here, teaching them how to fish. Whew, my goodness, it stinks. There's going to be a fly outbreak. Look at that. It's picking them clean. Picking them clean. Seen some shad. I haven't seen no bass yet, which sometimes is hard to tell. Oh man, that'd been so much fun to catch. Some of these are pretty big. Little shell. And just littered all over the shore. It's devastating. Which I know they had big plans for this lake. They were going to make a wakeboard park, add on to the boardwalk, maybe have some restaurants and a hotel, kind of bring back its glory days. But it's hard to do that when the lake's only 4.5 foot deep. And this giant kill off a fish from the state stated that it was a lack of oxygen in the water. And there's this humming of flies. I don't know if the video's catching that or not. So far that catfish is the biggest thing I've seen. Some huge carp. This is nature. Clean it up. Got your flies. And check this out. Got the vultures. And birds. A lot of vultures. So, peninsula. I don't see nothing gigantic. Just hundreds, thousands of fish. It's crazy. There's a bunch of deer tracks. A lot of shad. That's gonna be your bait fish for everything. Carp. Well, they'll be eating good. Look at them all. As you can look down the shore, that's all it is, fish. Dead fish. And as I come back down this area, by the dock I kept seeing little ripples in the water, some signs of life. But down here, I haven't seen nothing. You can actually look out middle of the lake and see grass, so it's not, you could probably walk across this thing. The vulture's starting to get antsy a little bit. Like, why are you interrupting my breakfast? Yeah, I can see grass coming up towards the middle of the lake. It is super shallow. No signs of life. I don't see any ripples. I don't see snakes or turtles. But you can see how much the water used to go back to those trees right there. crazy, crazy. I can't believe how big that one catfish was. This is going to take a while to recover. This is not the first time we've seen this, but as you can see, as far as you can see down the bank, even when that point comes out, it's just covered with dead fish. Dead fish. Hope you enjoyed the video. Just a little backstory on our lake. It's gone through a lot. The main reason it always does bad is because it's not very deep. It's about 4.5 foot deep over the whole lake. And so I think back in 2012 we have golden algae that did a fish kill. 2014 we had the drought that it was almost totally dry. And at that time that would have been the perfect time to dredge this lake, but it didn't happen. I really don't know or understand what happened. And then, thank the Lord, 2015 we had a flood and it filled up all our lakes. We were starting to get really hurting for water, but that flood filled up all of our lakes, and so the Lake Wichita never did get dredged out. And then with it being so low, it's just lack of oxygen, fish just died. And so I just wanted to show you what was going on, and thank you for watching BTR Outdoors. And as always, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, leave a comment. Let me know what you think about the video. All right, until next time, catch you later.